talk over them or play commentary clips coming back from a commercial 45 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, I would plug all that information into Chat GPT and see what it spits out, honestly. Can they, hey, leverage this, leverage this for tickets and other opportunities. Um I swapped some royalties for game tickets. Hey, listen, like sometimes I was talking to a buddy of mine about that where it's just like, yo, everything isn't really necessarily like about money. It's about value and like exchanging that because like if you could if you could do something that you love to do, like shoot, as expensive as groceries is, I would probably exchange some I would exchange some production or some mixing services and then your groceries are like covered for the month or like it's just about exchange of value. So like if you value going to a certain game or getting season tickets, now you don't have to come out of pocket for those tickets because you just supplied some royalty free music that they can use for whatever and you got tickets that you don't have to pay for. So it's like it's still an exchange of value even if it's not necessarily monetary up front. You know what I mean? So, not mad at that. I was contacted by a library that I pitched some music to. They want to meet on Sunday at 11 p.m. my time because they're across the pond. Oh, I get it. It was my first 5 and they said my submission was accepted. Well, that's a win. Let's go. Yeah, I've had to have meetings with companies like in the UK and I'm either up very very early. No, that's usually the only option. I'm just up super early. Um it worked out during that time cuz at that time I was locked into like getting up at like 4 a.m. Now I haven't been getting up at 4 a.m. cuz my schedule just kind of shifted. So I'm usually up later now, but yeah. Um those meetings always end up being like either super early or super late. Sometimes you can catch them. Sometimes you can catch them in the day before they're like done. So like if you can catch them early morning, early afternoon, sometimes you can or early morning you can kind of catch them before they're done for the day. Mr. Heisey says not sure the value of Raider tickets these days. Hilarious. Um Request a media credentials over tickets. You'll have way more access. Boom. That's a fire idea. Shout out to Bronx. Remember that New Orleans music we were chatting about? You can see where I'm going with that playlist. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. That would be dope. Leverage. When I was growing up, my stepdad was an artist and he bartered vehicles, races, and all sorts of things. Yeah, man. Telling you, man. Go back to old school bartering. Yeah. Dope stuff. But yeah, congrats on the submission being accepted. With the ticket to the game, you get to see hear your track actually plays. Yeah, man. That has to be a dope experience. I know I've had some friends where they're like literally at a game and they hear the music during like, you know, sometimes like during a halftime show or like during some type of, you know how they do they're entertaining the audience while like people at home are on commercial break. So that's pretty dope. That's super dope. To be able to like that's a whole nother experience to like hear your music live. Boom, there you go. barter system. Value. You can find value and give value in so many different ways. It's a cheat code. It's what makes the world go round. I would think that the production people there would have other avenues into the NFL world or sports media coverage world. Yeah. Man. Yeah, that could be crazy. That could be crazy. Now, if I could figure out how to steal the sideline band drummer, since I'm a drummer, that would be the ultimate. Love it. Let's go, man. But yeah, so I was playing around with the what was I using, man? I can't even remember. Who was actually, I was chatting with Flares about it, because I think he had DM'd me, and then it was something about like some AI vocal thing, and I was like, I'm literally playing with one right now. It was crazy. Hold on, let me see. Was it Automy? I think that was the name of it. Yeah, Automy. So basically, I could take my vocal, right, and you all probably seen it, but I could take my vocal, upload it to Automy, and then pick one of their voices, and then it will translate it into that voice. It was okay. Like, it was okay. Like, when I listen back to the individual voices, because I think I used about 4 different voices, and I was stacking them. There's some slight variations to kind of give them their own character, but when they're all playing at the same time, honestly, they kind of sound similar. And it just didn't have it just didn't have that human vocal, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm used to working with great vocalists, so the AI vocal just wasn't giving me that soul that I like to hear come out of a vocal. But now that could be dope. Some choir backgrounds. Could also be dope just to like interpret a demo. Or to just add a texture in the background as well if you're the main vocalist. So I think there's some uses for it. To where it could work well. I think could work well, especially for some background vocals and things like that. Mush alert. I actually love being here on a Friday night, hearing my music played live in this awesome community amongst truly amazing producers. Agreed. Does this community know or has any contact with entertainment lawyers? The Latte Lawyer. Check out the Latte Lawyer. She's dope. On Instagram. The exchange of information, encouragement, and motivation coming from this community is worth more than what money can offer. Appreciate that, man. I agree 100%, man. This is like super dope community. 100%. What's good, Ant Groove? Yes, exactly. What's up, Corey? I've used Sonar Works AI. Not bad. Nice. Is that like a standalone plugin or like a website? That was another thing. Automy, it was more so like you got to export the stems first, and then you got to upload them, and then download them, and then import them. It was a few steps. I'm like, but when you think about it, it still was quicker than like bringing a vocalist in and then having them sing, like cut everything. Cause then, now you're looking at like a couple hours at least.